filming me or you?
I'm filming you.
Oh, okay, great.
We're on a date because we got married 10 years ago. I don't know if they can hear me. You should talk.
I don't know. It's our anniversary. Yay!
10 years. Woo. We're back because we got our food.
Look at our fancy food.
Christopher says it's so fancy.
Well, considering we normally get burgers from McDonald's, it is kind of fancy.
Yes, it is. And I got just a normal one. You want my pickle?
Yes.
I don't
of course
want.
I want your
I don't want my pickle. I can't get it out. There you go. Okay. Ta-da.
Like, thankfully, we happen to have these in our bag because we just, my brother was watching them, so we could go on a date.
What happened, baby? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we've been here for like.
You looking for stuff to do? I don't have any stuff for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, I like it.
This was late and like misfortune seemed as lot. We got into a drifter bank and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a open sleigh.
My elves are really good at making video games, so we'll see what we can do. And we have this gift for you for right now as well. And let's go ahead and take a picture.
Can you get a little closer? There you go. 1, 2, 3.
All right. You want to get a picture with your brother real quick?
Hey, look.
And then you guys tell me what you want.
Big smiles. Awesome.
All right. So, the first oh, that's very cool. This way might be best. Yeah. All right, buddy. Merry Christmas. Good. Do you know what you want for Christmas? A big Barbie house. Oh, those are cool. That's a classic. That's a classic. Those have been popular for a very long time. That's a good choice. Now, do you want it in special colors? Good colors. I think Barbie was pretty good. Well, oh, we got a special gift for you right here. And we'll see what my elves can do for Christmas, guys. Let's get one more picture.
Over here. Picture with Santa. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on!
I think she just doesn't want to do it for the vlog.
I don't.
You don't want to show Maren Poppy? Okay. Bennett thinks this is hilarious.
We're gonna stick it in your mouth to blow.
Colson, shh.
That was a really big one.
I know, but Bennett still thinks it's funny. He's just like dying. This has been going on for like 5 minutes.
5?
He actually tipped over laughing so hard earlier.
Hey guys. So, well, first off, I'm going to show you my Christmas lights that I put up next to my bed. They change colors too. I've got this fancy remote with like a gajillion buttons, and I can like do different things with it. I can make it do that. I can change the colors. I usually do it red right now for Christmas, and then I do this ball one down here green. Although the remote on this one, I think the battery is dying. It looks like the ball itself died too. I needed to charge that, and I have to like buy a new battery for the remote though, so I haven't done that yet. But anyway, I don't know what color I should leave this for the vlog. I don't know if it even matters. Does it change the way my face looks on the screen? There's probably not enough of the light for that, but whatever. I'll put it on purple because I like purple. Anyway, I wanted to address something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are concerned about, that I don't think they need to be concerned about, and doing a vlog clip just seemed like the most efficient way to address that. So a lot of you, I'm sure, have noticed that Christopher calls me fat a lot. and I'm pretty sure a lot of you, the ones who've noticed, I mean, I know not everyone who watches the vlogs is part of our conversations, but like when he talks to people over FaceTime in his family over FaceTime on Sundays or whatever, and like he'll say that like, and like, my wife can't do this because she's so fat, you know. And like, I'm pretty sure that like all of the women in the family, or like anyone in our ward who's heard him say that, is just like super concerned about it. And I just want to make it clear, that it doesn't bother me, because like I should have scripted this out better, because it would go better if I did. I think I'm just gonna be rambling here for a minute, but because like he does not mean it as an insult, I promise. He never calls me fat when I'm not pregnant. It's always when I actually am fat. So like, and he doesn't mean it as an insult. It's just a statement of fact to him. And sometimes I think he subconsciously does it just to get a reaction out of people too, because he thinks it's funny when, I don't know. He claims he doesn't do that on purpose. And sure, I'll believe him that he doesn't do it on purpose, but I think that at least at some level, subconsciously, he does use the word fat, because he uses it a lot. There are times where he totally could have used a different phrasing, like she couldn't do this thing because she was in pain or something, but he just says because she's fat. And so I think he uses it a lot subconsciously, just kind of as a way to get a reaction. But he doesn't, I promise that he's not being rude to me about it, okay? And also, I promise, if it bothered me, I would tell him and he would stop. I promise. Okay? I know I'm a very quiet, kind of a pushover type. Like, I don't stand up for myself to most people, but I promise I do to Chriser. If he says stuff that offends me, I let him know. I promise. And he does respect it when I bring stuff up like that. I know he tends to be obnoxious about comments like that a lot to other people. But, yeah, when anything that I have brought up that I'm just like, dude, stop. He does. Like, anyway. I feel like I had more points I was gonna bring up about that. But just basically, like, don't worry about it when you notice he calls me fat, because I don't have a problem with it. I don't. Because I am fat right now, and he doesn't mean it as an insult, so I don't take it as one. And like, you know, there's that thing, like, relationship advice type of thing where it's like you have to give 5 positive comments for every negative comment in order to keep the negative comments from really affecting someone's psyche or whatever. Like, I got that mostly in like parenting classes. Like, for every negative thing you say, you gotta say 5 positive things or whatever. Yeah. Christopher gives me like it's not like I keep track, but I swear he gives me like 100 positive comments for every negative comment he ever makes about me. It's just that the negative ones are the ones that the other people hear. And so, like, the positive ones are just at home, just us, like, you know, that, like, there are times, even when I'm super pregnant, where he turns to tell me something and completely loses his train of thought because he's just like, oh, wow, you're attractive. You know, and I'm standing there, like, in sweats, feeling super fat and frumpy, and I'm just like, but, like, he's just like, you're super pretty. What was I talking about, you know? And, like, he does that all the time. So, yeah, no, I don't get offended when he calls me fat. I promise. It's not a big deal to me. I know it is for other people, and they get concerned about him saying that all the time about me. I just wanted y'all to know that you don't need to be concerned for my sake about this. I know how to stand up for myself to my husband. Okay? I'm starting to repeat myself a lot now, so I guess I'm gonna be done. I just wanted to let you guys know that. We've been married for 10 years! It's very exciting. And I feel like we're in a good place. You know, we know how to communicate to each other. We've been doing this for 10 years. And I mean, I know that doesn't guarantee anything. I know there's lots of people who are married for a long time but still have communication issues. But somehow, me and Chris have managed to get really good at it. Which is kind of mind-boggling to me, because I'm still terrible at it with most people. But there's just something about the way me and Chris are just mesh like that. I don't know. Yeah, and it's really funny because I'm gonna go on another tangent here. Sorry. It's funny to me because before we started dating, when I could tell Christopher was trying to date me, and I was just like, wait, I don't think we'd be a good match, you know, blah blah blah. Like, I just wasn't really. I actually never did have a crush on him. Like, it kind of went from me not liking him, I was just like, oh, go away, you're so weird, to, like, we were in the same friend group, so I was like, well, I guess we're friends. I can handle hanging out with him now, to like, suddenly we were dating. But during the time when he was starting to try to date me, but I was not wanting to do that. I was just convinced that he wouldn't be a good match for me because of reasons, and there are reasons that I still see, but they don't matter to me as much anymore, because there are other reasons that I'm like, oh, yeah, we're totally, there's a reason that God put us together. But just little things, like how he, like he complains a lot, and so do I, and so I was convinced that I needed somebody who didn't complain a lot, you know, and so I was like, Cursor's not the one for me, but, turns out that wasn't the biggest deal. There are other things that, and a lot of it is just, like, I really do feel like God put us together, and it's, like, over the last 10 years, I feel like we've run into lots of situations where we really are super good for each other, but in ways that we never could have known or fully understood back then. And so, just, like, I don't even really know how we ended up actually being together, because it didn't seem like it would make sense. But, I mean, I know how we got together. Basically, he kept bugging me, and finally I was just like, I've tried hinting no, and it hasn't worked, so I guess, you know, I'll try saying yes to being his girlfriend. That's not a super big commitment. I can break up with him later if I want to, you know? Even though my whole life I kind of had this feeling I would end up marrying my first boyfriend. I just did. But, like, I knew that I could break up with him if I needed to. So, it's terrible relationship advice to to keep bugging someone until they say yes, or to say yes just to get them off your back. But it worked out for us. I am super rambling right now. Okay. Basically, me and Chris are still totally in love 10 years later, and we're really good at communicating. So you don't need to worry about us, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna be done with this clip now. All done. Guess what? We vlogged a bunch about it being 10 years since we got married already in this vlog, but now it's actually the right date. It's actually our anniversary today. So we've got our Martinellis as per usual. That's about all the festivities for today.
Yeah, because she's fat and I'm sick.
Yeah, and he still had to work, still had to put the kids to bed and stuff. So
we're drinking Martinellis out of fancy glasses.
that's what we do.
And then we're probably going to go to bed.
We did do little gifts. Crystal got me this book, and I'm excited about it. And I got him a Brandon Sanderson puzzle. It's in the bedroom right now, though, and I don't want to go get it.
Me neither.
So maybe I'll try to remember to put a picture of it in here. Yeah. And that was also a bit of a disaster because I had it hiding in the closet, right? And then was it something that came in the mail for Christmas?
No, it was something I got out of the car.
Oh, it was a Christmas present that we needed to hide, and he was like, "Where do I put it?" Or he told me to go put it in the closet or something, and I was just like, "There's a couple of boxes on the second shelf down. One of them, this particular one should be empty. Just put it in there." So he goes in there and he comes back out and he's like, "It was not empty, and now I know one of the things you're getting for me." And I was like, "Well, actually," then I remembered what it was, and I was like, "Oh, actually, that's the anniversary present. So it's a good thing you found it today." And he was just like, "You ruined it." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. But at least it wasn't a Christmas present." So anyway, 10 years.
Yay.
What?
It's a really depressing story
And-
to end on.
And now, I guess, maybe we'll end up playing Dreamlight Valley because that's still up on the TV. It wasn't part of our plan, but that's probably what we're going to end up doing knowing
Yeah.
us. So yeah, we're going to have fun with that. Bye!
Woo.